All right, hello everyone, this is Alan from MysteryMTG.com. It is 1 a.m. here. It's a bit spooky, but I wanted to make this video anyway. It's not magic, it's Lorcana, and it's Rise of the Floodborn. Of course, I'm a little bit sick, so you hear me cough and my voice isn't the strongest, but I actually really enjoyed opening a couple packs earlier from this product, and I want to try to see if we can just see it enchanted. I know it's really hard, and I think it's one per case. So they've changed the box, they've sealed it compared to the first chapter, which doesn't seem to be an incredibly impressive seal. You still get the strip here. And I will sometimes pause because it is 1 a.m. and I hear noises outside. I'm gonna have to be a little bit vigilant here, but so it opens fairly well. And I know that the card prices are definitely very high for certain enchanted cards. And in general, Lorcana cards are very sought after right now. In our store, every time we've opened packs, we've sold every single card we've opened. And I'll just say, as a father, as a new father, I'm very excited to get my son into Lorcana in the future. And I think it's actually better. You know, for me, I was always worried about getting him into Magic just because I thought, well, maybe a little bit too young. So I guess this is the super rare. I was a little bit too young, and this kind of works better for what I think it should be, right? Just, you know, a fun little kid TCG that can be enjoyed by adults and teenagers and kids together, and we can, you know, enjoy the game and play together, and it isn't super, you know, mature rated or anything like that, but it's also not super boring. So we got a foil super rare. I'm calling it super rare. I don't know if it actually should be called a super rare. That seems like a fairly good hit though. Teeth and Ambitions. And you get this little art card, a little QR code on the back. So I wonder if they'll do anything like MTG Arena in the future, but this almost reminds me of Flesh and Blood cold foil in a weird way. It's foil, but it's very metallic-y foil, if you know what I'm talking about. Very cool though. Like I said, we won't be seeing too many of the enchanted, which are basically, for Magic players, just borderless foil cards. Those are really, really hard to hit. And I doubt we'll be seeing much of them, to be completely honest with you. Goofy. And then we got another foil super rare. We got Gaston. Very good. The art on this, once again, really looks like a cold foil. If you've ever played Flesh and Blood, and I've played very little to none, basically, but I know what the cold foil looks like. I actually just opened some earlier for funsies. And, you know, that does look like a cold foil to a certain extent. So the art on these cards, obviously, it's very Disney and it's very fun. I wouldn't call it, you know, don't go into this game wanting something super serious. If you're the kind of person who's very toxic while you play TCGs, I'd say just avoid it in general. You don't really want to get into this game and be a toxic player. It's not meant for you. It's meant for a lighthearted, little bit competitive. You know, I know it can be competitive and they want it to be slightly competitive, but I just really enjoy these cards. I hear sirens. Can you imagine if the cops were like, oh my God, someone's robbing mystery cards and games? Well, that'd be a little bit awkward. So this is actually not the best hit. As Magic players, we look at this color and we would think this is like the mythic. It's not the mythic. This is basically a rare. And you're looking for a little, what would be the rare color, which is the orangish. That is what you're looking for. And I don't know what this is. I really don't. So we'll put that in its own little pile, I guess. I got the foil. I don't suppose that these are worth anything, but who knows? So prices on these boxes, we're looking at $270 a box right now. We sold ours for $179 to in-store players. And I think that was very fair. It's about where the boxes should be, to be completely honest. Everyone's saying MSRP, but you look at Walmart and Target and they're charging more than anyone right now. This is the one that's actually good. So this is the Legendary, is what you call it. Alice is a very good hit. And we got a foil Fairy Godmother. That's one, I love this. Oh, it's not, I was thinking of the Shrek one. I was thinking of the Shrek Godmother. Super funny. I wasn't super into Disney as a kid. I was more of like a Cartoon Network / Jetsons kid, you know. Wasn't really into the other stuff. Falling. Now I've seen all of this stuff though, I will say. Honest John. And then we have a Legends of the Sword in the Stone. Once again, if I can say anything about this game, it's that the quality of it is really good. The boxes feel good. The cards look great. The quality assurance doesn't look bad. I know some people were complaining about that for this set, and they said they rushed through it, and you could tell. I don't get that. I'm not seeing what other people are seeing, to be completely honest with you. Did we not get a single rare in this pack? We didn't get a single rare. I'm sorry, still super sick. All right. You will hear me sniffling the entirety of the video. We are going through three boxes, so it's going to be a little bit of a long video. Hopefully you grab a little bit of a tea or a coffee or something and sit down and enjoy the opening with me. Grand Pabby. Oh, and we got a foil Mulan. Now that, I think, is really cool. I was a big fan of Mulan when I was a kid, and I think this art is actually very, very nice. I see the quality of this is really, really spectacular, in my opinion. It's just better than I would have anticipated. Really comes off as a game that they've put a lot of effort into. And obviously it's showing the game is succeeding beyond a lot of our initial anticipation. And so, you know, get a lot of people coming to the store wanting the product. And now we're able to actually give it to them. So I'm very proud and happy that that's the case. Ravensburger, ooh, Mufasa. Nice little hit there. Ravensburger puts a lot of effort into this stuff, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Their team is very, you know, friendly. Their CEO, I've been able to chat with him a couple times. Super friendly guy. Have nothing negative to say. And he's really put his best foot forward. Now, I've been a bit of a Karen just because I wasn't a big fan of how they handled some of the stuff in the beginning. But, you know, the response to it and, you know, their willingness to change was quite impressive. It definitely made me more comfortable than being a Lorcana retailer and authorized play partner. And it does make us just, you know, much more motivated to lean into the organized play with them. So, you know, we got allocated more this time around than we were first chapter. And of course, it sold out. And we had to leave some reserves for in-store play. But, you know, do you want the game to have endless supply and not be worth a ton of money? I personally think that that would maybe be a good thing. If the box is still sold for MSRP and sold out every single time, and I could get 200 boxes, I would prefer that over the, you know, only get 70 or 80 boxes and, you know, you're not going to see any for a while and everyone else is dying for them and you make good profit. I mean, you know, for me, the profit is very short term. I'd prefer a very strong community, and it's because we want regulars in the store. We want people playing in the store. It's not, I don't want people to just come up and pick a product and leave. I want them to continue to be here. Dinner Bell. Ooh, Ballet, nice little legendary hit. And whoa, that is really cool. Love the foil on this. Enchantress. Very, very nice. It's a very cool looking card. So I don't want people to just pick up the product and leave. I want them to enjoy the product, sit down, have a Coke or a water or whatever, and just play the game and have fun and make memories. And that's, you know, what is any of this about besides that? Do you know what I mean? That could just be my opinion. And I hope it's your opinion too, though, because I do notice this hesitation in inviting kids to play at Lorcana because people are just taking it a little too serious. Just have fun with it, guys. Just have fun with it. That's what all of this is about. It's about fun, and you don't want to take it too seriously. If you take it seriously, you're not going to enjoy it in the long run. It's going to become a chore and a burden. I will say it is up to Ravensburger to actually enforce the playability of this game for children. They need to have youth leagues. Dragon Gym, look at that. You know, that could be a bit of a Black Lotus. I know it's not because it's not the legendary or an enchanted card, but it kind of looks like it could be the Black Lotus of Lorcana if they wanted it to be. Foil launch. Like I said, the art is just impressive in this. You can tell that they're definitely paid some artists very well to do this. It's not like some games where, You know, like look at this art. Just looks like screen caps out of the movies. You gotta love it. Look at that. Kids are gonna love this stuff, man. They really are. If I was a kid, I would have played this for sure, if it was introduced to me. Scar, look at that. A foil improvised. It's hard to get good foils. I'll say that much. It's noticeably hard to get good foils. When I say good foils, I don't know the price of any of this. I just know you want to see the foil legendaries for sure. Another Mulan. We got a foil Merlin. So once again, a cold etched or a cold foil-esque looking card here. Very hard to tell that it's foil, you know, front facing, but then when you sort of move it around, you can see the foiling more. It's interesting. I mean, some people don't, you know, they're not a huge fan of it. I think that, you know, it's fine. Personally, I do prefer a more rainbow foil, to be completely honest with you. Gaston, Lady Tremaine, Let the Storm Rage On. Is this Frozen? Yep, that's Frozen. Wasn't a huge fan of Frozen as a movie. Not my cup of tea. I'm more of a Pixar guy. You know, if they make a Pixar version of this, I would probably collect 1 or 2 cards for funsies, you know. Play it with my son when he gets old enough. That'd be pretty fun. Okay, King Louis. And then, so once again, you can get no rares or legendaries in a pack, as you just saw. It doesn't appear to be guaranteed, which is interesting. So we're gonna cut this actually into a second video as we come to the end of the box here. We'll do this as a second video for the next box. Just because I need to cough my ass off when this is over. And we'll do a second and third video. And I just enjoy this. I mean, this is pretty fun. It's a pack cracker. There's RNG. The art is beautiful. You know, Fairy Godmother, good hit. Once again, the art is beautiful, and it does what it needs to do. And I don't think it's going above that. I don't think it's otherworldly or game ending, but it does what it needs to do for the game it's intending to be. As a Magic player, I can look at these cards and say, remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. It already kind of makes sense to me. You know, it already kind of makes sense to me. You know, when this character is banished, you may draw a card. Yes, you know, when this creature is destroyed, you may draw a card. It's while being challenged, this character gets +2. It makes sense. It's a little bit of a different mechanic than Magic, but world's greatest criminal mind, Arthur, and a foil Rapunzel. That is quite nice. A beautiful card. Beautiful card. Once again, the foiling is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. All right, last pack magic. What are we going to find in here? I'm not sure, but let's hope something impressive. Okay, we got a Winnie the Pooh. Always got to love that. Sorcerer's Spellbook. And a foil of Prince. All right, we're going to move on to the third box. Winnie the Pooh. Cool little card. Alan from MysteryMTG.com. Lorcana from a Magic player's perspective. Final notes on this video. I like the cards. I really, really like the cards. I like the art. I think the quality of the cards is nice. I think they're getting better with the box. Hopefully they get a little bit better too. Just wrap it up, man. Just, you know, put a wrap around it. Put Disney logo on the wrap. Make it harder to tamper with for sure. I would never buy this from Amazon. Never in a million years. But besides that, I have good impressions. I think it's a great